say they get an idea for a little cartoon to teach the letter J, okay?
Okay.
Well, they kick it around until it sounds good to them, maybe write a script for it, and then they take the idea to an animation house.
That's the cartoon people, Kermit.
Right. And the animators go to work making up a storyboard. That's a kind of comic strip that shows how the cartoon will look. And then the workshop people call in some of their advisors and go over the storyboards right down to the last detail.
With the letter J, and the two boys are sitting there talking, and kind of casually one boy says, "What's happening, man?"
This is Dave Connell, head of production for the show.
Between them and comes closer to camera. One boy says, "What's that?" The other boy says, "I don't know, it looks like a fish hook." And at that point, we will animate the J into a fish hook.
There's Dr. Edward Palmer, our research director. And Bob Davidson, assistant director of the project.
This letter looks like, or...
I think it's a very good idea, but there's always the danger.
And Dr. Marion Blank, one of our advisors. She's a child psychologist.
Jay, you can call it a fish hook.
Joan Cooney, executive director of the project.
Of what children seem to remember.
And there's Edwina Myers. She's a teacher who's taught hundreds of 4- and 5-year-olds, and she was asked to advise us on this particular film because she's a curriculum specialist.
You know, extraneous sort of material that leads into it. The words here are very difficult, you know, most...
Yes.
The jive and jump and Junebug and judge, yeah.
Jane O'Connor is a teacher who's on the workshop staff
You're not
full-time.
arguing for a more didactic approach so much as saying that this is a difficult entertainment.
Yeah, right. Many of them are terms which the children are hearing or may be hearing now a great deal, such as jogging, you know, which is the big thing. And the judge, you know, to see the judge is sort of an additional kind of learning. We're going to have to consider, to some extent, you know, what they're able to see, although they may be caught by it. If it moves very quickly, then it may end up being just pure entertainment, if really that, for children who don't get the fun in the words. If it moves slowly, or if it's repeated often enough, then you may get some of that. I'm not too sure about the movement. The movement of it bothers me.
Well, we're calling these things commercials for our own shorthand, and we're planning to treat them essentially the same way a commercial enterprise would create a campaign. But we're trying to sell the alphabet to preschool children.